All right, good morning, good afternoon, wherever this finds you. For me, it's 7:29 Alaska time in the morning. Okay, we were talking about sterling yen, and on Friday I did a longer term type of analysis for you, intermediate term, whereas we took point B and used A as our reference to find out at the 0.382, we said that there was support at 134.30, and there was still a bullish inclination for this cross currency. And obviously, so far, I've been proven correct. It took a little while. I mean, I've been thinking up for a little while since really I started this video series. And as usual, I am always really early and have to live through the back and forth. But it was, the most important thing to do when you're doing analysis is to recognize, your most important points. And when we found the 133.96, it never really could go any lower than that for the time being. Then the next price we had was 134.04 was the low, and then we had the 134.11. So we had ascending lows, basically showing, okay, this picking up some demand here and pushing us. Now, the level we need to get over is 135.70, and then of course we have a level at 135.91 to get over to, chop around and get to the next TRN level, which was the target level that we've been looking at. And really, if it continues, it can consolidate and go all the way back up to the into the 140s again. But let's one step at a time, right? We need to get over 70 first, and we need to get over 90. So let's look at what happened. Let me go down to the 1 hour so I can show you guys the action. Okay, so the start of the session, we actually opened up lower, which is a cool thing, because basically what it did was it flushed out, again, weak hands. It didn't really go that much lower. Went down to, let's see what this one, 134.27. Market rallied up higher than this original trend degree at 81. Couldn't hold it. Came back down. Went right back down to the trend reactionary number. Went through the other trend degree. Basically hung out here, and then eventually just did what it did. Broke and went higher. Okay. Once it came back down and gathered strength by the trend reactionary number, and also the number that we said, 134.30, okay, market basically took off. Now, I want to show you guys something which is very interesting. So what I'm thinking now, next move, okay, we can consolidate. We can come back down to 135.05. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you something here. I think it'll be really cool to look at. When we were talking about trend lines, and I put up the other video on trend line validations. Okay, if you look at the 4 hour, and I draw a trend line here from this supply point to this supply point. Okay, the breakout occurs in the 4 hour when we were saying, okay, look, this should be a false break because it wasn't a down close before it broke the trend line. All right. So most likely what this is saying on the 4 hour is that you're going to get some consolidation. All right. It could actually even come back down to the 130. It could actually come back down to this trend line, 134.90 again, which is really right here by the trend degree, and then gather steam. But I want to show you something. If I go to now that's what this is saying, and I'm not saying it's not going to do that. I think that we are going to get choppy consolidation before we can get the final push up. I mean, it'd be wonderful if it just rockets up through here and then uses this line as its support, chops around this line and then goes. But if we go to a higher value, and I'm going to actually put up a different chart itself. If I go this way, there's not a mess over here. New chart, let's go. Oh wait, I got to put it, hang on a second, let me clear that. I got to put it over here. Let's put it in this spot. Let's go view file, new chart. Let's go sterling yen. Let's go dailies. Let's switch it to my template. that, and there it is. Okay, fatten it up a little bit. Okay, let me do this from the dailies. Okay, let's do the same thing. All right, let's run from here down to that supply point. Guess what? The day before the breakout was a down close. That's good. That's validating that this is good. Let's see if we can find something on the weeklies. All right. It hasn't broken a weekly trend line yet. The weekly trend line is, if I go from this supply point down here, I really don't like this because even that little bit annoys me as a purist as far as that's concerned. But a trend line breakout this week is right around 137. Yeah, 137.45, 137.50, let's say. And this would be a down close. That would show strength. Okay, that would show that we're going back up to 145. Okay, there's that. All right, let's go to monthlies. Okay, hang on a second. Let's get rid of that. Delete. Let's go here. It's a steep trend line. There's two, because there's this one. I can't really use this one yet. I would need to close, but really, this is saying no. This is saying if it does break 138, now it's going to consolidate. That's the monthly is saying. Now, if I go to all right, if I go from this to here, the monthly trend line breakout is way up here. Like actually at the same price the weekly is saying it's going to if it breaks. So you got some symmetry there. So that's the update for the sterling yen. I expect a little bit of consolidation before we break the 70 level, and the 92 level, but we should be heading towards that next upper TRN. Lower levels that need to hold right now, again, the same exact ones. I would be a little disheartened if we go back down and break below 134, 45 again. I would say something's up there. It's just, I would be a little bit skeptical. But if we can hold the 135.05 level, 134.80 level, we're in pretty good shape for more strength. All right, man. Cheers. Have a great one, guys. And gals.